2 clients that was a pleasure to work with, for me, is better than taking on those 5 or 6 clients that was a headache. What's up, y'all? Fly afternoon. As a creative and or in business, you're gonna come across some difficult people. You're gonna have some difficult clients. It just is what it is, right? How do we cut through these situations and or even avoid them? I'm just speaking from experience. Let's get it. Number 1, and I feel like this is the most important, is building your brand and your value. Companies and corporations, they don't chase clients, right? They build their brand and their value up to attract the target audience. And the same should go for you. Don't chase the bag, attract the bag. As a creative, this should be one of the first focal points. Focus on the kind of consumer that you want instead of chasing the kind of customer that you think you need. Build yourself up, get great at what you're doing, and market yourself to a target audience. Everything else will just fall into place. Number 2, people spend money on what they value. Do you have that friend or know that person that saved up money for that Gucci belt, that Gucci purse, but doesn't necessarily have life insurance? I feel like we all know that person. You might be that person. No judgment here, but my point being is that we all have money, some type of money. We all have to eat. We all have to travel and commute to work every day. We all have to have a home to live in. Everyone has some type of money. I just feel like it's how we prioritize our money. When a person is hesitant about spending money on your product or service, they just don't see 100% value in your product or service yet. We all go to Walgreens, Starbucks every day, give strangers our debit card, right? We all put our hard-earned money in banks full of strangers without no hesitation, right? But when it comes to you, they're hesitant about paying your invoice, or they're hesitant about swiping that card on your card reader, right? Why is that? Value. We see the value in the Starbucks and the Walgreens. We see the value in the banks. We see the value in these different companies. But going back to building up your brand, I feel like when you do this, it raises your value and you'll attract the kind of clients that have faith in you. And ultimately, these are the kind of clients that you want to sustain a relationship with. Number 3, don't enable difficult clients. For me, this would be the perfect example of enabling a difficult client. Let's say you have somebody interested in your product or service, right? They're still a little hesitant, but they're interested. And you don't want to lose a sale, so you turn around and give that person a discount. For me, this is a no-no. You allow that person to dictate the narrative of the situation, and you enable them for future business. I know we had the phrase, the customer is always right, but let's be real. Is the customer always right? Don't operate from a place in a state of desperation. Operate from a place of abundance, because I feel like when you do this, you'll ultimately end up making better decisions. Taking on those 1 or 2 clients that was a pleasure to work with, for me, is better than taking on those 5 or 6 clients that was a headache. In conclusion, you just have to ask yourself, who are you and who are you looking to become? Me, I just personally feel like I don't want people playing with my intelligence, and I don't want to compromise my integrity and what I value and love over money or like disgruntled clients. That's why I feel like step 1, building your brand and your value, is so important. Because when you do that, when you set that foundation, it just sets a smoother stream flow for everything else. And you'll ultimately end up attracting the kind of clients that you want. With all that being said, let me know if this video is helpful. Leave your feedback in the comments. If you're a newcomer, consider subscribing, joining the club, and like always, I will see you guys at the next video. If you made it this far, just go and subscribe and check out these 2 recent videos of mine, a what's in my camera bag video and overcoming the fear of talking to the camera. I think they're pretty cool. Hopefully they can help. Hopefully you enjoy them.